Aloha. Well, I did one on Synchronicities a while ago, and you know what? They keep coming. Yeah. Well, not a Synchronicity, but check out this shirt, huh? Is this a beauty? It's another one of my new ones. Ellen got me this. And if you want to know how to tell the difference between a $30 Hawaiian and a $130 Hawaiian, notice that the flowers on both sides of the buttons match. Yes, you got a really nice one. The fabrics all match. Yeah. It's the $30 ones where the hibiscus don't come together. Nice shirt. Kind of monochromatic. Matches my beard. I do believe it matches my beard. Colors are almost identical. Well, so as far as the Synchronicities, the other day we had company over, and well, both neighbor Gary and Ellen have been kind of going on and on about bread and butter pickles. I've been harvesting a good quantity of cucumbers this year from Adam Gherkin here, but I've been tossing them all in crocks and curing them. Okay, I like cured dill pickles. That's my favorite. Although nothing against the bread and butter, but since I'm the guy making the pickles, I haven't bothered. Well, they kept going, you should make some bread and butter pickles. I said, well, they're, pretty easy, really. You just mix the brine up, get it boiling hot, clean your jars, put your cucumbers in there, and then pour the hot brine over the top and seal it with sterile lids, and pretty much you're done. You don't even really have to use a canner with those. Well, I ran out of cucumbers. So Ellen went out and bought herself a jar of bread and butter pickles. Vlasic, I believe. Major brand at the store. Well, we're sitting down there at the table with the neighbors. We're having burgers, I think it was. And, well, she brought out them bread and butter pickles, and Gary saw it. Oh, boy, you got bread and butter pickles. All right. So they're eating them up. Ellen starts reading the jar. Made with high fructose corn syrup. Bummer! She won't eat the stuff. I mean, I'm not quite as picky about that, but it's not good for you. Yeah, it's not good for you. Anyway, so she says, Gary, do you want these pickles? Gary says, oh, yeah, sure, I'll eat them. Good. Push the jar at him. Well, I go to the post office this morning, and I got a bunch of boxes, and one of them is rather heavy. And I can't figure out. I didn't order something like this. I don't know what I got here. Then I go, oh, that's right, my birthday. Somebody must have sent me something. Yeah, I opened the box up. Sure enough, it's from a bakery down in Texas that my brother and my sister-in-law like to send me fruitcakes. I'm the last guy on earth that likes to get fruitcakes. What is it, Larry the Cable Guy? They use him to block up the trailer. Yeah. Anyway. No, it wasn't a fruit cake, though. There was a pineapple pecan cake, some kind of gourmet coffee in there. But the thing that really knocked me, he bought bread and butter pickles. Yeah, he did. And it was three kinds. There was a regular, there was a red, I guess it's got chili pepper, and there was jalapeno. Well, now, for my brother to go shopping at this Texas bakery for me is not strange. It's happened before. Yeah, his son and lives down that way, and so that's how they became familiar with the place. I guess they're famous for fruitcakes and Texas pecans. Well, it wouldn't have been a usual thing for Bob to think of sending me pickles, but he did. Nobody asked him to send pickles. Well, Ellen just gave away her pickles, right? I picked up the regular jar of them and I looked at it, and it's sugar, no high fructose corn syrup in these bread and butter pickles. Boy, she gonna be happy about this. I'm gonna give pickles to Ellen. Strange. These things have happened to the family before. I remember one year I had purchased Polish-made Baltic amber jewelry in the form of suns for Ellen. They're silver suns with Baltic amber in the middle. And I had gotten her earrings and a necklace matching. Well, my son Alex in Madison, Wisconsin, without saying a single word, there was no conversation, shipped her exactly the same jewelry from the same manufacturer, except it was sized slightly different. I think his son was bigger than mine. It was a pendant, and so it worked out. It wasn't redundant, she had this big matching set, but how do you go figure? Go figure, man. It's not the first time. Anyhow, so there. Well, the other day, just about the time that geek was piercing Trump's ear for him, I had decided that I was going to hook up the sound from the relatively new 6-month-old 50-inch Toshiba TV. I was going to hook the sound up into our stereo. I hadn't done that, and I bought a specific cord, 3.5 millimeter stereo jack going out to RCAs that'll do this job. Well, most of the TVs have had the past. The darn inputs are on the sides. This thing is all the way in the back, in the center, and to get to it, I had to lower the TV. There's no other way. TV was right up against the wall. So I grab hold of this thing and I lower it down like this, and I do the chords. I push it back up. I turn it on. I crack the screen. Half the screen on a diagonal is black. 6 months old. I checked the warranty. If it was defects, parts, but not if you bust it. So no warranty. I had to replace it. So I turned her on. I bought another one. Same thing. It's coming. It'll be here probably in about a week. But in the meantime, for many years, it goes so far back. When I was in high school, I had a world problems class where we would subscribe to various Chicago newspapers in class. Each of us would have a subscription to both the conservative papers and the liberal papers, and we'd read these things, we'd compare the stories, we'd talk about the difference between the reporting and blah, blah, blah. Well, that was an early morning class for me when I was a senior, I believe, or a junior, something like that. And I continued. I continued reading the newspaper every morning. By and large, over time, Rupert Murdoch started buying the newspapers. They all started turning into fish wraps. They were losing quality badly. And about the only one that I was still reading was the Wall Street Journal, because when you talk about money and business in this country, people get serious. And so there wasn't a lot of junk in that paper. Yeah, I liked it. It also discussed other things, Well, then Rupert Murdoch bought the Wall Street. Yeah. This is, the Fox News guy is a real mess. Anyway, so the Wall Street went down. And today there's almost no newspapers left in the United States, at least not paper ones. Hawaii was one of the last states that still had printed paper newspapers. That left this last year. That was it. No more. It's all digital now. So we lost them too. Anyway, somewhere along the line, I made the transition from watching looking at the paper in the morning to looking at the morning news on the TV. And I was living in California. I had a small TV set on top of my chest of drawers there at the end of the bed. And she'd go to work early. I'd get up a little later. I'd make a pot of coffee. I'd crawl back under the covers. I'd sit there drinking coffee and watch the talking heads on the local stations tell me what's going on, I do this every morning. I've done it for decades. It's quite a habit. Since we moved to Hawaii, Ellen's not working in the morning city more, so she sleeps in. So I have to go into the other room, make a pot of coffee, and turn on the news. Well, it wasn't too long back. I had made a promise to myself. The news was pretty stinky anyway. It wasn't starting my day right anymore. Yeah, Used to be I could watch the local news here and they'd have surfing pug dogs. Some kid had a first birthday, you know, that kind of stuff. Not anymore. They're shooting each other on the freeway over here too. So it's not much fun anymore. It used to be. Especially coming from California, where, you know, there were 5 murders in Oakland last night, but they hadn't had 5 in Honolulu in a year, you know. So it was fun. It isn't anymore. Ever since COVID, it's as bad. Oh, I guess you could say it's almost as bad here as it used to be in the mainland. That's what's happening. Yeah, the Big Island's still not too bad, but they still pack guns here, and the guy's got a machete in the back of the truck. Watch out. Well, so I had made a promise to myself that Gracie gets me up about 5:13 every morning. And so I had decided that there was no way I was turning the TV on for the news, the local stuff, until 6:30 in the morning, which meant that I would spend a little over an hour sitting in the chair, watching the sunrise and meditating rather than watching the news. And it was good. I liked it. Yeah. It's been really good. I have no complaints about doing this. So, well, like I say, then just about the time that they probably pierced Donald's ear, I cracked the TV set. Now, is that synchronicity? Because I can't watch the morning news, all right? No. Yeah, I can dig into the PC and the laptop. I can find some way to watch television through that. But, you know, when I woke up there and I said, you know, the TV's messed, I am not going to watch the news this morning. This has been going on, yeah, ever since the day I cracked the TV. That was the day Don got shot. Yeah, I haven't watched the news. I'm kind of enjoying it quite a bit, and I am beginning to consider the damage to the TV set to have been timed so perfectly to the Republican convention, which for me would have been too smelly, Trump picking his VP, which Cannon dismissing the suit over Trump and the documents, you know, all this stuff that'd be in the news circulating around and around and around, and I'd have to listen to it, you know. It's going to be over a week until the new TV comes to replace the one I broke. For that entire period of time, no news for Bill. I'm liking this, and it's a good time for me to have the news turned off. Most of what's going on right now, I don't even want to watch it, and my participation isn't really going to matter. Right? Yeah, more synchronicities. Why did Bill smash a brand new television set, huh? Save me from the media. Hang loose.